of course, one of the two big reasons that men move anywhere is love and food. So
Albania has both.
And Albania has both. So you come to Albania, you find love and discover food, and the next thing you discover is you've packed up and moved 7,000 miles away and opened a restaurant in a country that you had never even dreamed of being in before.
So was that you came here for work? How long were you here for work?
I was here for a total of about 2 months in 2022. And really just, it's the people.
Did you fall in love then, or did that come later? With the person, not the food?
I think love develops.
Okay.
Love develops, so over time it kind of became self-apparent, and that led to making some big decisions and really just kind of taking a giant leap.
Yes.
And leaving a life that I had known for a very long time and basically starting over from the beginning,
And how has that been, coming here, setting up a business, opening a restaurant as well, in a bar restaurant in what is quite a saturated market? There are a lot of bars and restaurants here.
It is, and it's something, that we think about and discuss every day. It's a challenge as an entrepreneur in the restaurant business here is everybody is trying to do something and really trying to figure out what the market wants, what they like, what's going to be appealing is a constant challenge.
Yeah, I have that with my show as well,
Right.
What I think people will like and what they actually like. I'm like, what do people want,
And it's confusing some days, because you see other businesses and it's like, oh, they're doing that. Maybe that's what we need to do. But what we really wanted to do was bring something that wasn't in Tirana, or not a lot of, which was kind of the Western influence. But with a different style of foods, different events, different activities, real buffalo sauce, things like that you don't really
the
find
number one
easily.
requested thing in expat groups on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, that and ranch dressing.
And so we decided that, instead of trying to follow what everybody else was doing, was really set ourselves apart and to be different. And that's what we found to be quite successful. People like it and they enjoy it. And they come back again and again. So it's been a really interesting journey.
Has it been challenging? What are the challenges been in setting up a business here?
Oh, my goodness.
I'll sit back. You're next. Don't laugh.
I would say it's not so much the challenges as leaving a country where you understand the expectations, you understand the policies and the rules and the laws and the market, and you move halfway around the world and you realize that things are very different. So arriving, in my mind, I was thinking,
we'll open a company, we'll get a license.
Exactly. These are things that are going to be hard, and these are going to be easy. And what I discovered was it's actually the opposite. All of the things I thought were going to be difficult here were actually very easy. And all of the things that I thought would be easy, like opening bank accounts and things like that, turned into this monumental task. And it's things like that. But overall, it's been a very, very interesting journey. Different culture, different mindsets. So staff is always interesting, trying to inculcate them with hospitality as opposed to just service.
Because Albania is very hospitable people.
Yes.
When it's in the nature, but maybe this doesn't always translate to the workplace.
Exactly. And it's getting them to engage people in conversation and to talk to guests when they come to the restaurant. And in the beginning, I was the one doing the talking, and I would get looks from new Albanian customers like, who is this? Why are you talking to me? Nobody does that. And they would ask my staff afterwards, like, who is that guy? And they would just go, oh, he's the American, don't worry.
What about other businesses? Have you had any, like, oh, you're foreign, you're coming here, you're setting up a business, any hostility from competitors?
No, none.
Good.
Really.
Good.
In fact, lots of businesses and other business people that I've talked to, always are very encouraging, and they're always wishing success. And I kind of find that very unique, as opposed to other parts of the world where,
like, I'm going to burn your business down.
Absolutely. Everybody is, we wish you much success. We want you to do well. And I think that it's really, we've approached it from, hey, look, we want to serve all people, and we want to be a place for all people. So we welcome everybody.
You've come with a good attitude, and that has attracted back positivity.
Yeah, it's been a great experience so far. A great experience.
Emre,
Yes. I was like, okay, which one she will ask
how
me
to
now?
be
Like,
diplomatic. How has it been? You run a vet hospital,
Yeah.
which has recently expanded, so things have
Yeah.
obviously gone well. But I know as well the hours you work and the effort you put into it. What are the big challenges in running a business like this and expanding? And let's talk about staff and authorities and permits and construction. You know, I'll sit back again for this one.
I'm so lucky about that one. I have 3 Albanian partners.
Aha.
So they face all the difficult parts. I was just smiling around, like, okay, we want to do this one. Like, we will build this hospital and we will do it this way. And how? Find a way. I don't know, but we need to follow these standards, because it was maybe easy to build anything like in Albania, but now it's not that easy. You have to follow some rules now, but there is also no rules. So you have to find the future rules.
Yes.
If our target is the European Union, then we follow the European Union rules.
This is a point. Yeah, you have to future-proof your business and what you're doing, because one day you're going to be under scrutiny from a much higher entity.
Exactly. So we aim for that one. We follow the European Union standards, because veterinary market in Albania is very small. So there is not too much, the restrictions or like stopping us. Don't do that one. Don't do this one. So we have to be ethical and stop ourselves.
You have to set the standards yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it wasn't easy to take all the documents and the papers, building from the scratch. It's a very big challenge. And unfortunately, we don't have too much experience about that one, how to build an animal hospital. Also the bureaucracy, people weren't really informed about that one. So what we have to do, what we are doing. So we have to explain them why we are doing this way, because dogs and cats needs different things than human medicine. So we had to follow the European standards. I forgot the rest of the question.
No, we're doing good. But I'm going to ask you both quite a tough question. You can say no comment as well. Also, just come a bit closer towards the microphone. What's it been like with, I hear stories from people when they've set up businesses about corruption at every stage of the process. Now, from what I understand, it's got a bit better recently because a lot is done electronically. There's a bit more scrutiny, but I'm wondering what experiences you guys have had with corruption, whether it's, a lack of rules or people not adhering to the rules or having to push things along a little bit or being asked for help.